East Podcast, WATP.
Now, Mike O'Mara was half of the Don and the Mike show.
Right.
And if you're listening to the Creep Off and the Creep Off bonus shows, we just did one on Friday where we broke down the entire history, abridged, of Maddox and Dick Masterson and the falling out. And one of the interesting details in that is that Maddox got his big break on the Don and Mike show.
Right.
They discovered his blog, the best page in the universe, and they had him on. And according to Maddox, overnight, millions of people coming to his website. So Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara had a falling out. They went their separate ways. Don went and did radio in Sacramento for a little while and kind of went away. And then he got his big job back in D.C. where they were out of to begin with. And it was a big deal. Wow, we got Don Geronimo back on the radio. And then he quickly lost his job.
Got canceled.
Quickly got canceled because he called some field reporter who he thought was a cheerleader, Barbie, when he was at the NFL preseason. Anyway, it's all so stupid. Mike O'Mara was the guy who did all the voices on the show.
Right.
And he famously wanted to get the job when Hank Azaria left The Simpsons.
Okay.
Remember that? Hank was holding out for more money, and he's like, I'm done. I'm not doing it. And Mike O'Mara put together a video that surfaced on YouTube where he was trying to do Apu and all the different voices to try to get that job. It's not great. Mike O'Mara's not great. And his show now is so bizarre. I can't imagine. I mean, there has to be just a few Don and Mike fans still holding on to nostalgia here, where they're still like tuning in, like, oh, what's Mike O'Mara up to? I can't imagine it's a large audience.
No.
Unless I'm wrong. Maybe it's great. I'm setting all this up. I didn't even see these clips yet.
I have the details.
Yeah, please. What do we got here?
It's not nothing, but like you said, Mike is the voice guy. Mm-hmm. So in clip one here, he's still killing it in the game, and everybody knows that when you can't think of something funny to say, you say something that's not funny in a funny voice.
Hey,
and
doggy!
Tantamount to comedy. And
Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you all. It's not 3:30. It's early in the morning here in Southwest Florida. That's the Irish way of pronouncing the 3:30. I think I'll meet you about 3:30.
What if you were 1 minute after 2:39?
2:39.
Yeah, but after that.
Oh, no.
So 2:40?
Yes.
2:40 would be the thing.
Is that Rob Spiewak setting him up for that hilarious joke?
Yeah, he's setting him up for toot farty. Isn't that
farty?
The perfect time to unsubscribe from the Mike O'Mara show?
Yeah.
Jesus. 30 years in the game, everybody.
Perfect time to turn it off and never come back ever again. He lives in Southwest Florida, too? This fucking guy?
Yeah.
Are all of his hacks moving to Southwest Florida?
I guess so.
All right. Fair enough.
And Nick Cho is a former intern from the Don and Mike show, and he's gone on to have a certain amount of YouTube success in his own right.
Okay.
So Mike is going to introduce Nick onto the show by recapping all of the subtle racism, because Nick is Korean. So they're going to recap some of his highlights.
Hilarious.
Will now be referred to as my borderline racist thing.
Okay,
all right.
Understood.
Rob's fun fact, his name was Nick Cho, C-H-O, but we called him Nick Joe.
Borderline.
Hello, Joe. He hated stand-up comedian Margaret Cho. That's interesting.
This weird, that is one thing that stuck with me mentally all these years.
And I wonder if that has changed at all.
We can ask.
One changes with age. He appeared in our home video release, Sex Pies and Videotape. On the tape, he was clothed, but wore a samurai outfit and wig. At least one of his intern stunts involved screaming, "You go now, no trouble."
I wish I had more details on that.
I know what it is. There's a scene in the movie Falling Down.
No, I know that. I just can't remember what the stunt was that we had him yell at.
Who knows? And he's been known around the world as your Korean dad. Let's bring him in right now. Nick Cho, all the way from California, getting up super early for us this morning.
Thank you, Nick.
How are you? Welcome. I give you a round of applause. I love it when our former interns go on to stay in, somewhat in the business of show. And
Oh, it's somewhat successful. Like what a neg dig.
What a dig that was.
What a fucking dick. I mean, it's not drive time radio 30 years ago, but I guess you're killing it on YouTube these days.
Also, I love that he goes, yeah, we had this thing called sex pies and what was it in rock and roll?
Yeah.
Which is like sex lies in rock and roll. And he's like, I'm embarrassed by that. No, you should be embarrassed by this. Yes. Don't be embarrassed by your past. Be embarrassed by your present.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's pretty bad. And now, like I said, Nick has he's had a YouTube channel called Your Korean Dad. And that's had some success.
That sounds like a dad fan bit, except for he does his mom.
But this is a classic case of be nice to the people on their way up because you're going to see them on your way down.
Sure.
And
hi, John.
The clip 3.
Forward that we'll never see on this show. Could you show us your plaque? This is what you get on YouTube. What do you get, Nick? What do you get this for? Wait, you get this for?
I think it says it right here, 100,000.
100,000.
Oh, but so you got that a long time.
Josh Soroka every day is striving to make sure we're going to get one of those plaques.
All right.
Now,
so he's got 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
He has 253,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Very impressive.
Today.
That you can make a very good living with that.
And it's all because of content. Like, did you get that extra link that I sent you?
Yeah.
It's this kind of fucking content that he's killing it with.
All right, let's see what he's up to. I'm gonna get
Hey,
pissed.
I'm your Korean dad. I made us a little hot dog lunch. Hope you like it. Got a little bun, got a little hot dog. Wait, what? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Oh, I guess that's kind of easy. Not a sandwich? Sandwich. Hey, I'm your Korean dad.
That's it.
Jesus Christ. That gets 250,000 subscribers. I'm working way too hard.
Now, just for comparison, though, the Mike O'Mara channel has 7.6 thousand.
Yeah, 7,600. Yeah. So
and
the fact that he's talking to him, right? The fact that he's talking to him like that, like, oh, so you're kind of still in show business, right? Like, yeah, I'm killing it
Cute
compared
plaque.
to you, right? Cute plaque.
What are you doing over there? Fucking Irish accents.
And they're doing a shit job because the guy in the corner, who I don't even know who that is covered up by a logo.
Yeah.
You can't even see his face. Kind of formatting is that? I actually did that to Blind Mike the other day at WATS.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
I was about to point that out.
I moved us eventually. I moved him down.
I was taking screenshots and sending it to one of my friends, and I was like, well, it's not like Mike notices because he has himself all the way off camera anyway. And
he's all the way to the edge. And then I had our QR code
right on his
face. Which, is transparent. You can still see Mike to some degree. It wasn't as obnoxious as this, obviously.
It's like telling Amish jokes.
Fucking invite Annie to my house. Invite Annie over to my house. She starts calling me out immediately. Unbelievable. No respect.
All right. So in clip 4, Mike's going to try and look at Nick's time on the show through the 1999 lens of when white folks didn't know what racism actually was.
Yeah, I remember 1999. We had no idea.
And I call this a long walk off a racist pier.
It's interesting when you give that perspective on how the world has changed. Well, maybe. I mean, I look around and I just...
It's fluid, Mike.
I'm not going to go down that road today, but I will tell you that when you talk about coming into that environment and how your experience with it, because we did, I remember we did a lot of Asian shtick, if not exclusively Asian shtick, and as I said, you rolled with it, and it was just, what was that? Because I'd love to get your perspective on how you really felt back then about it, because I think we've become more aware to a degree. Some people have. And I look back on that and I kind of cringe when I think I cringe with a lot of stuff from the old show. But it's interesting. We had some fun. It was innocent fun. It was not anything that we were trying to do anything wrong. We just didn't know any better. But what was your experience like? Tell us about your experience when you were an intern on the show.
Wow. Mike used a lot of words there. Yeah. That was a lot of words to communicate what he just communicated. Professional broadcaster.
Yeah, no, I was a white guy back then. I thought it was fine, but now thanks to critical race theory, we all know that we're horrible. But
Right.
Nick is going to tell Mike as much in my last clip.
Oh,
there.
good. So he's not going to just let him off the hook. Whatever. You guys didn't know. It was 99. Who knew anything right then?
The honest truth is that a lot of the joking felt like it was at my expense.
Okay.
There was a pang that was there of a little bit of like, ooh, like a little wincing,
Right.
At the same time, I'm like, this is what I signed up for.
Yeah.
I knew what I was getting myself into.
Yeah, but all the interns get goofed on. It just depends on like if you're fat like E-Rock or if you're Korean like this guy. Whatever. That's what you pick on.
Yeah. Well, if I had known then what I know now, I still would have put on the kimono and put a hot dog bun.
Yeah, of course.
For 100,000 views on YouTube in 2024.
I just called E-Rock an intern. I'm definitely going to get a text message after that. You pronounced producer incorrectly? Oh, yeah, I guess I did. That's my bad.
Who are these podcasts? WATP.